and it always goes straight to my throat and my voice. So I just thought I'd pop on here and I'll just do some setups while we are waiting. So if anyone joins us, it's just after 9 a.m. here on Monday morning. And I'm not sure if one of the girls will join me, but they may do. So I just want to say hello, anyone that is there. And I don't know why it's not showing me. Oh, hi, Sandra. Lovely to see you. I thought I would just say hello. So there we go. So I'm just, I've got messages going off in my private messenger as well. So, happy Monday it is, isn't it? So I thought I would just do a few reads here and there. Oh, good morning, Diane in Canada. Where it says, I don't know why, I'm using a platform called Restream, and it doesn't show in the private groups. It just comes up as a Facebook user. So, yes, Sandra, I am doing a few short reads. I thought I would just jump on. I'm using Curiosity, so they can be big reads, they can be small reads. So it's as big or small as fate allows us, I suppose. So if you've got a particular question, let me know. Remember, we don't deal with pregnancy, legal or children, anything medical. We don't deal with that. I can see you want a reading, Sandra, but I need a topic actually because I don't do generals, and some readers love it, but some people don't. So I will just lay out ready. And if you can post a question, I'm just going to grab people at random and see how long my voice holds out. This system that I'm using is Curiosity, and Curiosity gives you very short, swift answers. So there you go. Anyway, let me just have a quick comb through. So, like I said, Facebook just tells me Facebook user, so you'll have to show me your name or tell me your name. So, congratulations, Miriam, 21st anniversary. Ours is the end of April, and I think it's 31 years. Isn't it awful? Time gets away from us and we don't realise. Hi, Annette in Tassie. How is it there? I bet it's freezing. So I'm just grabbing, like I said, where I can see. Who have I got here? Bernadine Spilsbury Bishop presenting at a business meeting tomorrow. How will the business meeting go? So let's throw the dice and we see. We've got 10 and 6 is 16. So we're starting in position or house number 16, which is here. So how will Bernadine's meeting go? Camel. Camel over the key. The key there would tell me you've got some ideas, which is probably some good ideas, but you've got the camel. So it tells me get through some of the obstacles the moment you start. So we go then to position 5 in the camel. The scales is good, but it would tell me in your business meeting, I'm not sure what type of industry it is, but scales there would tell me present it with the pros and the cons, because it literally means what is equal and what is not. So 6, we got the spider. So that tells me in your meeting you're going to have a naysayer, as I would say. And the spider would indicate to me, usually it's female energy, but it would tell me you're going to have that sort of smart ass who's probably going to put you on the spot. We've got the cane, generally good for businesses because it would indicate to me you have a good support team behind you. The sword, again, take and claim your power. Anybody that gets in the way, put them in their box. And I know that sounds awful, but it would be. The star is good, which tells me show the future projection in a business meeting. Star is literally advertise, show the positives, highlight all the negatives, but highlight what is negative, what is positive. But I'd say really more than anything, show them the forecasting of where you can go with your business meeting. The castle is about a business itself, which is actually quite a good card. So it means success when you show the projections. And we have the cross. So it does mean, yes, some obstacles that you do need to get over. But again, show the positives, not the negatives. We then turn the cross. We've got the heart. So there would tell me two things. Show your passion for what your ideas are and what you are presenting, but also add in there some humility. We then come back to the key. This here would tell me in general, this will be not a bad meeting, but I'd say you will come across a naysayer. Someone's going to be a bit of a nitpicky, but use your power and hold your ground on the floor. So I hope things are all right, Bernadine. It's lovely to hear from you. Now, I'll just do a reshuffle, and I know there's a few people that are popping up there with questions. And I don't know if Andrea, she's not sure whether she's joining me. I can't see her link there yet. So hopefully she will, because I know a lot of you know Andrea. So let me just have a look. Yes, it's not too cold in it. Yeah, I was actually thinking of coming down, but then I saw some weather patterns the other day and it said 2 degrees, and I thought, no. So I like my turn the switch on wall heating, and I can't handle the cold anymore. So it's a bit of a worry. Like I said, I'm just going up and down there. Sharon Ford, how's Chris feeling about me? Oh, hang on. I just noticed I'd left a card down. All right. So how's Chris feeling about me? All right. Let's have a look. I lay them down higgledy-piggledy, my fat hen. Someone tells me it's my black hen, but I've always said my fat hen. It's a bit like Inky Pinky Spider, and everyone says it's Incy Wincy Spider. I just was taught back to front when I was a little girl, because I used to say Inky Pinky Spider, not Incy Wincy. So, but then that's nothing new. I do tend to do things a little bit back to front. So, how does Sharon Ford, how is Chris feeling about me? So, because this is around feelings and emotions, I'm actually going to start in the house of the heart. The sword there would tell me he's feeling a little, she, I'm not sure whether Chris is a he or a she, but there would tell me feeling a little bit pain, because you've got heart and sword would tell me the heart is hurting. So what have we got there? Camel would tell me you'll work through whatever the situation is, because it often means overcoming the obstacles, and overcoming the obstacles on the sword would tell me overcoming some of the hurt that you've had. So we have bats, which tells me don't keep repeating mistakes of the past. Bat is using your head wisely, and I see that over the house of the camel, which would tell me very, very important that you don't revisit the past, number one, because bats are shadows and they're often shadows of the past, and it means use your head wisely in working through the issues. So we then go to bat, and we've got the star, which means literally you've done everything you can. Let the universe make its magic now. We have the house on the star. House again, home, family, security. Always think of a house like a box as such, and there would indicate you need to think about your long-term security. So don't lock yourself in and build the walls around you. Be a little bit more mobile. 5, we got the spider, which tells me outside interference between whatever thoughts there is with you and Chris. Because spiders like who's on the attack. The horseshoe is brilliant because it does mean things that can turn around. We have the keys, which tells me you need to be the one to actually make the first move, because keys means you hold the answers in your hands. 4, blue. Cross, again, getting through the obstacles, the difficulties, knowing what your soul truly wants, but also understanding their needs and their wants. We have the scales, which again brings about balance, peace, harmony. We have the boat, or the ship rather. Progression forward. Ship is a water sign, so it does often indicate things that are moving forward, but a little bit slower. The goblets means coming together again, so that is nice. It's almost like, yes, you will have a cup of coffee again, maybe even a wine. We go there. We've got the cane, which tells me show your supportive side, but also you support yourself as well as what's happened between you and Chris. The baby is renewal, which is a nice sign, which means show the right support. Things will start nice and fresh. We got the cash register, and everyone thinks cash register automatically about money, but cash register is a bit like fish, which means abundance of good stuff, and it usually means in multiples. We got the castle, which means again successes over how you may feel. And we come back to the heart. So there's only one card that we didn't turn, and so there's 1 out of 1 we know, which would be the ladder. But generally here would tell me you'll get past the obstacles, and let's just see how you go. But these tell me it's like don't keep revisiting something or rehashing something that you may have had in the past. So let's have a look. Now I'm just going to grab somebody at random. Whoops, there's another one. Sometimes in bold colours I can't actually see what I'm doing here. So let me just grab Annette Baker wanting to know about finances. Yeah, okay. Let's have a look. Like I said, I'll just lay these out all at random. Okie dokie. So, Annette Baker around finances. I'm actually going to use the dice and see where we start. 5, 8 and position 9. So we're starting, I'm a bit straight there, position 9. We got the bat, so it tells me there's something that's literally hanging around that's a bit of a killjoy because it's over the heart. So it tells me something that you are maybe not looking at. You may need to look a little harder, because bat is open your eyes and see things from every possible angle. What have you got here? Baby's a good thing because it actually would tell me some new sources of money. So it's not a bad thing to do. So goblets is also really good. I'm glad you got these couple to start with, because it does mean, yes, some mini victories that you are having. The spider there would tell me don't let anyone else drain you of money. Hang on, I'm just having a tea. Because the spider is, with finances, it often means something that is draining you and you didn't see it coming. So it's like very left field. Okay, so where am I? Spider. Okay, house there would tell me something's coming up around the home, because houses can be literally the house itself that you may need to put some money into, but they're also about family, which tells me the same thing. Don't let any family members drain you in any way with money sources. The sword there means, again, you saying no, and that's interesting because it's on the house, which tells me no to anybody who's asking for money, but it still means there may be something literally physical about the house. The cane is about support system, which means you giving or helping kids or other family, etc. Don't do it. We then go to the castle, which tells me about financial institutions, things like bank. So there would tell me you may need to increase a credit card limit or something, because support and a company as such would tell me financial support. So you might need to sort of pay only the minimum on your credit card that time. And we come back to the heart. They're not too bad, but I would have liked to have seen the money card come out to tell me that great improvements. I'd say some small improvements here, but I'm not going to be surprised that you're either being supportive to the outside influences of family, and I look at the sword and say no, because your big no is on the cane, or the cane is on the sword, which tells me stop supporting everybody else. So I hope that helps a little bit. So I can hear my princess cat. My daughter Chloe went and bought Princess Cat this fake fish, and all I hear is the fake fish where she kills the fish. And you hear it in the middle of the night, so I have to keep turning the battery off on the fake fish. So let's just have a look. Right. So I'm not sure who it is. Someone says Facebook user. Facebook doesn't show me the names if you're going through the Facebook group. And they're talking about COVID. I don't do health stuff. So we've got someone here called Ravinda Kawani. I want my business to prosper. Will it go well? So we're going to look at your business finances. Right, okay. So I'm trying to straighten them up, but I'm not very good at straightening up. So Rawinda Kawani, about business. Want to know about the financials around business. So we have 11, 12. So we're starting in position 12. Princesses decide to come in here now. Ship is good for business, trade and commerce. The scales there would tell me things will level out. Scales are about business, trade, commerce, which is financials, obligations, legals and contracts. So there would tell me either contracts you are doing with somebody else or bringing something else into the business. So we then go up to the ship. We got cash register. Oh, brilliant. Cash register is a really good sign because it's actually on the ship, which is about business, trade and commerce. That's a really good sign for prosperity in business. And you've even got the goblets landing on the money. So it would tell me little wins. 5, ladder just means climb and ascension. So it is overcome obstacles that may get in the way. It's often too, though, rise above any other competitor. So I'm not sure what business you're in. You've also got the castle, which is about success, workplace, and so on. So I'd still say rise above a competitor or whatever it is you're in your business or trade. The horseshoe is a lovely symbol as well, which means great luck and opportunity that will open. Horseshoe's quite fast too. There you go with a competitor. In business, a spider would tell me someone who's either watching behind the scenes, they're looking at everything that you are doing, and that there would tell me you need to be the one creative and think outside the box, literally weave your own magic. So we then have the bats. Again, don't let people lurk around you. Bat can be very discreet. You may not see them. So use your thinking patterns outside the box and don't rely on others. Star, putting things out to the universe. Star in business is about advertising, actually, because it would tell me, highlight all the things that are positive for you. The Camel here, stick with the journey, no matter how long or how difficult some parts of the road may be. How are we? Cane again, assistance. So there would tell me you probably could do with some people who are good support networks for you. Cane is often older or mature aged people like parents or older type peoples. You've got the house, which tells me again, family support. So whether that's a partner, whether that's a parent, a sibling, and so on. Family support is what you are needed. I'm not sure. You could even be looking actually at a family-owned business. Cross again. Know your higher self to overcome any battles you may encompass. The sword again, cut through the obstacles. I actually don't mind it when you see a sword land on a cross, because it literally means you take the power, you hold the control, and cut through the obstacles. So the scales we come back to. These aren't going to be too bad for you, Rowenda, because it tells me you will work out some mini victories with business. Look out for competitors, anyone that gets in the path. Think outside the box rather than retaliation. So I think these are quite good for you. So thank you for joining me. Right, hang on, get over there. My hands are not working today. Let me have a look. Right, so hang on, let me just pull the camera back a bit so I'm a bit more central. Hi Mel, lovely to see you. Anyone who's asking for questions on their love life, I just need to know, is it a current partner or a wanting partner? If anyone come through Facebook, can you please write down who you are, because the Facebook groups don't actually tell me your name. So right, I'm just reading some things. Oh, that's love. I'm just reading. Joy Rico, you'd lost your adult childhood. My childhood to adult friend passed at the end of last year of ovarian cancer. I'm so sorry to hear that. It's terrible and awful. One of those hidden cancers that was probably found way too late. So let's just have a look. Right. Oops, get down there. So, not Miriam. Joy, I'll come back to that because I'd rather use charms for that type of reading. And we can have a look and see what's going on there. Where am I? Lovely to see some people here I haven't seen before. Karen Rogers, you're wanting to find a partner. Okay, so we're going to look at what are we going to do to find you a Mr. Right. Okie doke, let's have a look. 7, 8, 9. So we're starting in position 9. Position 9 here. Goblets. Heart is yes, you love life. Goblets there would tell me you actually need to have a bit more meet and greet. Goblets is like socialising, so it's almost like don't be afraid to socialise. Now, I know you're here in Melbourne and not far from me. We are allowed out now, and I'd look at that and say, get out and about a little bit more. The sword here would tell me, though, probably take a softer approach to finding love rather than, okay, what have you got to offer me? Because a sword in love can mean where don't come on too strong, take it a little bit softer. So you also need somebody who's very strong as in a male strength too. There you have it. I was wondering when that was going to come up, and that one's come up very early. Stars in love life literally mean online dating because it talks about the wires in the sky. And I would say give online dating a crack. The fact that it's over the sword would tell me you don't like to, because you've probably experienced some really, really bad experiences with online dating. But a sword under that would tell me cut the thought processes of the past and don't be afraid to look online. The ladder here would tell me again, go for high end because it means rise and rise above what is at ground level. I don't know whether it's worldwide or not, but I know here in Australia there is some dating app that I'm hearing a lot of people getting success, and it's called Bumble. Apparently it's very women friendly, where you don't get all those creepy dude stalkers, but give that a crack, because they would tell me use a high-end type dating service, not Tinder. Stay off Tinder. So you have scales, which tells me again, and when I look at that, I can't help, the first thing that pops in my head was pay a subscription to a dating service. You will get better quality and better access. The cross here again would tell me you need someone who is on the same wavelength as you, because cross is often the soul connections, and it means someone who actually balances you. Same, and I don't know if you're religious or not, but cross would tell me same spiritual, religious, or cultural belief systems. So I'd look at that and say someone who is like, rather than stepping outside and into a totally different area or culture. House there would tell me good security, someone actually with a family. I actually don't mind it, because it would tell me a prospective partner is someone who is a family type person, rather than just a single guy on his own with no family. And you come back to the heart. You actually have a fairly straightforward run there, and I would say the first thing is you'll get little victories out of an online dating app, and I would say look at a paid subscription one rather than a freebie, even if it's just $10 a month or something like that, because you'll get a better quality candidate. And I know it sounds like we're interviewing, doesn't it? But basically that's what we are doing in love life now. We are trying to find a partner who fits you. So it really is an interview type system. So, but these aren't too bad. Tiffany, you're saying your comments disappeared. I'm not sure, love. I can't see where you've disappeared from. So, because it's funny, it lets me scroll up and down. Hang on, I'm trying to see these. I'm blind. I'm blind as a bat. Right. Okay. Let me just have a scroll through. Sorry, I'm trying to go back up and see. Facebook user, I can't see. If you're coming through a group, can you please tell me your name? Oh yes, Amal, you have this set too. I love it. Yeah, it is. Kelly Orchard, what is he so angry about? So someone's a bit pissy. Right, let's just do this. And let me go. So Kelly Orchard, why is he so angry? Don't need angry. Right. Hang on, let me have another mouthful of tea. Okay. Why is he so angry? 5, 9, 10, 11. So we're starting in position 11, which is here. So why is he so angry? Oh, you got family here and you got camel, which tells me again something that's going on, I'd say, with him, because camel there means the journey or the burdens, which can be maybe carrying some family burdens here, and he's not liking it, because camel there would tell me it's a bit of hard work involved, and maybe he might be just a little bit on the lazy side, and I'll say that careful. And we have the cane. It's funny because when we're talking about someone so angry, the cane there would tell me he doesn't feel supported because we've got the cane over the camel, which means he's not feeling supported in whatever he's doing. The goblets there would tell me there's small things that are good around him, but it's like he's not looking at the support there. I'd look at that, and it's almost like a truce that you need to talk it out, discuss it, because goblets is a very close discussion because it is bringing people together. So we've got the ship, which tells me emotions need to be brought together because ship is a water symbol. It can be business, trade and commerce, which maybe he might be stressing a little bit too much about work. Horseshoe here is luck, opportunity and fleeting, which tells me he needs to slow things down again and probably process it a little bit better. So, keys. The olive branch. Keys is like the answer is twofold. It's in your hands and it's also in his hands. And this being a reading for you, the keys there would tell me you need to probably extend the olive branch and reach out first. So we come back to the house. I'm not seeing here that you've got like a total split arguments, see you later, not dealing with you, blah, blah, blah. None of that. I'd say some of the things that he's feeling overloaded from maybe around family matters, and he may not feel that he's getting the support that he thinks he's due to. I would say you need to reach out and extend the olive branch and show them that this too shall pass, because you got fleeting and emotions, which tells me this will soon pass through fairly quickly. So I hope that helps a wee bit. All right. That was Kelly Orchard. Oh gosh, and here goes my dolly puss. She disappeared in the house this morning. We were emptying the whole house, room by room. And then, when you have that mad panic and you think, is she outside? Have I let her out? Where's she gone? But no, she was hidden under the bed base, which is only about probably 6 inches high from the floor. And she was tucked away there. So good on Dolly Puss. So let me just hang on. I've got daughter messaging. Hang on 2 secs. Yeah. So hang on 2 secs. Yeah. So let me just think. 2 secs. I'm coming. Sorry, just messaging daughter whose messages are going up. Right, sorry. Right, okay. All right, now let me have a look. So, hi Patty, lovely to see you there. Hang on, I'm just trying to see. Daughter, Diane's asking about daughter moving. Here, I'm trying to see that. Sorry. It says daughter wants to move to the west coast of Canada. Will she move in the summer? Oh, you guys are coming into, so you guys are in the spring. We're here in autumn, which US people call it fall. Mind you, our so-called autumn is like winter here in Melbourne, and I am such a cold frog all the time, and it's been bitter cold for me. Mind you, people laugh at me when I say in Fahrenheit how cold it is. It's about 20 degrees Fahrenheit, and that way too cold for me. So I'm going to actually start in the house because it's about family moving. So let's have a look. Oh gosh, we're starting on the camel again. How's that after a whole shuffle? Camel is slower. It is a move though, which does tell me she may move, but it may not be in the time frame that you are looking, because it can be a few obstacles that pop up along the way. The key is still good for moving to a new house or a new property. So scales there would tell me she needs to look at contracts, whether it's lease or loans, because it often means agreements or signing agreements. So again, it has to be the right timing for her, because scales is like looking at what is balanced, but again, slow symbols, which is keys on there would tell me there could be some complications around either a lease or a loan. So horseshoe is good luck and opportunity. So I'd say she will move, but again, I don't see it in the time frame that you're looking. So castle, again, successes, which tells me, it's funny, I don't know whether she's moved a house or high rise, because castles are often double story or they are apartment buildings, because it means tall or high. Spider here, spiders, like I said, complications that you may not see. So I'd still say there's some hiccups along the way for her. The goblets is good because it does mean, again, she will get there, but I still think working through some of the problems before she will get to move. The ladder, again, rise high, climbing to where she wants to be, overcome barriers and so on. 3 here, heart, the passion tells me she wants to be. Now, is this near you or is she moving away from you? Because heart is about love and it's landed on the ladder, which tells me overcoming any obstacles that may affect the heart. Now, that could be whether she's leaving close-knit network of people to come near you, or she's moving away from you, which is still going to be challenging on her emotions. Hang on, I'm just going to plug in my charger. Hang on, where's my button? Right, charged. I got power. So, but I'd say move, but may not necessarily be in the time frame that you're wanting, Diane. So, let me have a look. Let me just turn these over. All right. Like I said, these can be big reads, but they can also happen really quickly, because sometimes they can be big. You might only turn 1 card, 2 cards, but then other times we turn out everything. So I'm just going through. Hi, Lauren. Hello. Sunita, happy-go-lucky. I love your name there. That's great. Joy Rico, I'm coming back to you. I'll look at you next. So, Sunita, happy-go-lucky. I love it. Right, so I'll just lay these down. I'm a card flipper. That's why you'll see all these teacups upside down. Some people turn, I go that way. Right. Okay, so Sunita Happy-Go-Lucky wants to know about, will she get work in the upcoming months? Now, that's very yes and no. So we're just going to have a look at what are work prospects looking like. Okay, I'm going to actually start in the house of the castle, because castle or tower is a work symbol in T. So we're starting here. Back there, tell me, don't let, or it's literally let go of any problems or issues you may have had in employment in the past. Because the shadows means you're a very high achiever, you're very smart, but let go of any issues you may have had with someone in the past. Use your brains. You've also got the horseshoe, which I do like. As far as timing, horseshoe does tell me things that will come up for you. Opportunities will open, and they are usually fairly quick. I'd say it's like change the shadows that have been hanging around, whether you've been laid off, whether you've been bullied, whether you had horrible work colleagues and so on. Let that go, bless it on its way, and the doors open. So Camel here again. Keep persistent. Now, before I go on, I'm going to tell you something. I used to work in large corporate finance area is what I did, and we would see so many applicants every time we had advertised a job. And this reminds me, because when you are applying for a job, don't just shoot off your resume and sit there and waiting on a wing and a prayer. Stay consistent and stay persistent. So if you send off your email application, say you did it today, today's Monday here in Australia, we're in the future, which I would say wait until around the Wednesday up through to the Friday, a few days later, and make contact again with where you've sent that, and just put short couple of lines. I sent off my resume to you on X amount of date. I'm so excited about this position you have to offer. I do hope you consider me as an interview candidate. Done. Contact. And the main reason is these people advertising for job roles, they're going to end up with a pile this darn high of applications, and they're going to be going flick, 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 flick. But yours is going to wave a red flag or green flag in a few days, and they're going to look at that email and they're going to think, oh, she's got tenacity, she's got guts, she's got drive. Keep your name on top of the pile. And when I see the camel there, I see your name on the top of the pile. Stay consistent and persistent. So when you get that interview, do the flattery, and if you get to interview in person, ask them people for their business card. It's literally like an entry ticket, because on their business cards it will have usually their email. And that's when you, after your interview, you then drop them another line and say, thank you so much for taking the time out to interview me today. I've learnt so much more about the job role on offer, blah, blah, blah. So consistent and persistent is your camel. Sorry, I'm ranting, but that's how you do it. The spider here would tell me again, think smarter around a network of people, because spider is often mature aged females who literally want to sink their claws into you. They eat their prey. And it would dare tell me though again, never highlight an issue if you've had an issue in the workplace there. Think outside the box. So what are we thinking outside the box? Star is good because it tells me aim a little higher than what your skill set is. You've got the intelligence, so just shoot straight for it. That's what YouTube's for. You'll find a way of learning. So even if it's a computer system or something you don't know much about, get on to do the YouTube courses. The keys here would still tell me doors will open for you. I actually say good things. Baby's beautiful with the job because it tells me a new job, new opportunity. Your scales here would tell me you're looking at a work contract. You've got your victories here. I actually do feel quite good around you finding a job. The ship here again, business, trade, commerce, over the goblets, victory. House here, stunning with the house with a job, because it's almost like, look at small businesses, even family owned businesses, because it means in a more contained field. So cash register too would tell me money, so which is not a bad thing. The heart here tells me show your passion, your drive, and also your gratitude to be accepted into interviews, accepted into job roles. So let your heart guide you, and then you come back to the castle. I actually feel quite positive about these, and I do think persistence is the key, but I do see you here opening up job opportunities. So I hope that helps, Anita, and these are quite good. So let's just turn these over. Now, Joy, I'm actually going to look at Joy Rico, who's lost a dear friend with ovarian cancer, which is so sad and so nasty. Whoops, come here. Right, come here. I just want to grab, hang on, Oops, let me out my unicorn. Okay. And we're looking about if there's any communication from Joy's childhood friend. That's a whole lifetime of memories just gone. Okay, there's my pendulum. Okay. When we're talking about people who have crossed over, I like to always start it with a pendulum. This is just one of my cute little pendulums. My brother makes these. They're made out of rainforest timber. And my dear friend Annette, we go back to almost childhood. This is black Tasmanian blackwood and stainless steel. This here is a lovely little silver mouse. Whoops. And he's amber. So I hope you can see him. Isn't he cute? And a friend gave me that, and it's actually as a necklace. And I looked at it and I thought, oh, I'm going to put him on my pendulum. So that's my pendulum. Now, my yeses with a pendulum swing anti-clockwise for me. My no's go clockwise, and my maybes are either up and down or across. So the first thing is I want to know, is Spirit with us here today? Now, I'm hoping that you'll get to see... Hang on, I'm watching. Right, I'm getting little circles. Okay, I don't know if you can see him. I'm trying to, hang on, if I hold him that way. See my pendulum? He's going anti-clockwise, so I'd say yes, someone's here for you. Now, I'm just digging into, that's my charm bucket. I think there's about 500 or so in there. I'm looking what messages Joy that has here. Oh, look, you've even got the angel. Let me just turn these over and I'll bring them up for you. Whoops, up here. You have the star, the angel, the scissors, the letter C, a steering wheel. That actually there is a chalice. I actually think it's a tarot symbol. It's the chalice with the coin in it. So I think that's, is it? I can't remember if it's coins. I'm not a tarot reader. I always read them as a chalice or a goblet in symbolic. And you've also got a stingray. So stingray tells me it floats freely and discreetly. Everyone says stingray is a bad thing and says, oh, they got the barb and they hurt and they're this, that and the other. But if you leave them alone, they float freely across the bottom of the seas, which tells me she's literally floating in the seas. You have the angel, which is a beautiful symbol of peace and harmony and all the good stuff. It says messages from spirit. You've also got the star, which is a beautiful positive message because it tells me there is light sources, two things, Joy, above you and light sources in front of you. You've got the scissors, and that's an interesting symbol when we're talking about messages from spirit, because scissors actually mean heal from the emotional pain. The steering wheel tells me keep driving or forging forward. The letter C can be literally a person who's person, place or thing. So it could be like a Christopher or a Carolyn, who may be somebody who is close to you. But every letter of the alphabet also has an energy. And the letter C is about optimistic, social, visionary, creativity. It's almost like she's telling you to heal, but heal by doing something that you love, and bless her on her way in the universe, because there would tell me she is at great peace. So I do hope that helps. And I'm seeing, more importantly than anything, is the scissors, which is literally cutting the emotional pain that you are feeling and letting yourself heal. So I do hope that helps a wee bit. I'm just going to do a couple more because my back is killing me. Thank you for that. Sorry, I'm just sort of going through here. Mel, why your dad's acting weird? Why is Dad acting weird? Okay, let's have a look. Why is Mel's dad acting weird? Hang on, where's my cards? There. Okay. All right, go there. Joy, no, this mat is a totally separate independent reading system and it's called Curiosity. It comes with the mat, cards, and it comes with, oops, hang on. Matching charms and little dice, and all these charms match the symbols. There's 18 symbols, 18 cards, 18 charms, and 3 dice and the mat. And it's because we are reading in layers is the magic of it. And as you can see, they are very direct, short, straight from the hip answers. So it is a totally different independent reading system. It's something I designed a few years ago now when I used to read in a restaurant, and we needed stuff to give the patrons. They used to have dinner with the psychics, and it was 4 of us there, and they only allowed you like 15 minutes. So these are great if you are looking at if you're a reader in a cafe, coffee shops or parties, because it gives you that sort of 15-20 minute reading when you do all the layers. So, oops, hang on, let me see. So I'm looking here for Mel B, why, or Mel Bright, why is your dad acting weird? Hang on, I've just realised I didn't have that one in there. I'm going to do a shuffle again. So why is your dad acting weird? All right, okay. All right, let's throw the dice now. All right. 4. 4's home and family. So we're starting here. So why is your dad acting weird? What's going on? Scales over horseshoe. Horseshoes are masculine energy, and I don't know whether you have a brother as such, because horseshoe's often males, but horseshoe is like fleeting, and it does mean luck and opportunity. But then we've got the scales crowning the horseshoe. So it's almost like what's dad feeling that he's weighed down with, because scales is obligations, where he may be feeling, okay, I've got obligations all going on around me, and it can be just a little bit of pressure. Sword here tells me he's not just weird, he's angry. Because sword is again cutting, and it means they're working through obligations, and he may not be feeling very happy. Sword, ladder, he will get past this, because the ladder is overcoming barriers and obstacles, so it does mean rise and rise up. It's not a going down symbol, it means where are you climbing to, which isn't a bad thing. So we then go to ladder, the house. He will get past this. It's like family matters. So it could be why he's a bit weird. And we come back there to horseshoe. So question, do you have a brother, and who is the youngish male? Because horseshoe is young masculine energy, not old masculine energy. Old masculine energy is the cane. And there would tell me what's going on. I'd say he's feeling a little bit weighed down and he needs to literally let it go, because I'd say there's some obstacles going on in and around family. I'm just going to actually charm cast over the house. Sorry, I'm just doing a big rattle, rock and roll here. What's going on here? Snake again, which tells me something's going on behind the scenes. Does Dad have any health issues to do with the stomach or the bowel? Because snake is often messy or convoluted situations, and they can be health symbols around the stomach or the bowel. The fairy or Tinkerbell, it actually is, would tell me things will turn on the positive, but it's just timing. Because there is, again, what is the mess or the convoluted situations going on around Dad? So I'd say it's probably why he's a bit weird. There's something going on that you don't see, and it could be just something in the background. I'm just having a look here on the sword. The peace dove is lovely because it would tell me again things restore. You've got the tennis rackets, which literally means a ball under pressure. So it's a bit of the back, forth, back, forth, back, forth that you may be doing. You've also got the handbag or the purse. The purse is a symbol of you holding things close to your chest, and that's female energy, which means it's okay for you to feel this all right on how you are feeling about it. But I'd look at that and say, keep yourself to yourself in what is special or important to you. Avoid any of the harsh conversations that are literally back, forth, because you're going nowhere. But your peace dove would still tell me things will settle. So, sorry to hear Dad's going a bit weird. That's an unusual way of putting things. Right. Let me just have a look, and I'm just going to. I'm just reading through the comments, and help kids. I know we do that, even though they're adults. Isn't it ridiculous? So let me just have a look. Right. Let me just go through, change the weather. Your hands aren't working either. No, I've got elbow straps and thumb straps and God knows what that keeps going on. Hello, Elaine. Lovely to see you there, darling. I'm just going to grab one more person. Sunita, I've just seen that. I don't know how far in the conversation that is. Let me just go through. Where am I? Sorry for loss. Sorry, I'm just going through. It's telling me all these things there. Sorry. Ace of Cups. Thanks, John, because I wasn't sure. It has a goblet with the bird dropping a circle in it. Good. It's good to know, because I don't read tarot, but I know that little goblet or chalice it's a circle in it. So, like I said, I'm not sure what's going on there. So, anyone that's coming through and it says Facebook user, you may be in the group and I don't know your name because it doesn't actually show me your name here. So let me just go through. I'm just going to grab one more. I'm just reading your thought. Thank you. That's okay, Joy. It's interesting to see. Yeah, she's doing some nice things in spirit there. Julie Morris, you're the lucky last. You've got to know, are you on the right track spiritually? Yeah, just make sure I haven't got any laid down. I'm so blind, sometimes I don't see them. I do love bold colour though. Right, okay. So, Julie Morris, are you on the right track spiritually? I'm actually going to allow the dice. Let's see what's fate is in our hands. 10. Oh, you got 3 5s. So, 15. So, position 15, we are down here. So, are you on the right track spiritually? They would tell me you need to make a change, because sword is about something you need to eliminate or cut out. The ladder would tell me you've come a long way of where you have been, but the sword still tells me what is it that we need to change. So it's very important what that card is on the sword. I'll be buggered. We've only drawn 2 cards. There, see where we say we can have them as big and little? We can't continue the chain any further because we're following colour cups and numbers. There would tell me, though, there's something you need to eliminate in order to change or to grow. I'd still say you've overcome a lot of things, but then there would still tell me there's something else you need to change. So what I'm going to do is, oops, hang on. I'm going to use, let me just take out the Oh, I can feel them. These are the charms that actually come with it. Not my daggy old glow mesh purse, but the charms. And I'm actually looking here at what is it we need to overcome. Judgment Day. That's interesting. Bat here, which is the symbol of the bat, would tell me who is it and what is it that keeps, it's like blindsiding you, because it's almost like something needs to change. The scales would tell me about, like I said, it's often judgment, and I'd look at that and say, whoever is judging you on your path, it's like, well, what's the saying? Bye bye, Felicia, which is what you need to do. Because I look at that and say, something from the past is stopping you following your journey. And I'm just also having a look. So you brought out the cross, which is spiritual journey, and then you've got the camel, which would still tell me, follow the path you're on. But I keep coming back to this, which tells me, whoever has judged you, you can't change their thought processes, but I would look at that and say, still continue the journey that you are on, because you have the cross and the camel here, which means the burdens of the road that you may see, still stay on the journey and the end game, the target that you want to get. I actually just want to see what's on the cross. Ah, look at this. This is amazing when I see this. Cross on cross. Yes, you are on the journey. I still can't help but seeing someone keeps judging you on your journey. I'm just going to scroll right down to the bottom because I just want to see if there is any further comment. So let's have a look. Spider. Spider would still tell me that outside influences keep getting in the way. The baby pram and the heart. The baby pram is about renewal. It means something new that brings joy literally to the heart. Someone keeps judging you. Now, your spiritual journey, this is for Julie Morris, by the way, and I'm not sure if Julie's still here in the room with us, but I'd look at this and say, who keeps getting in your way? You may need to take a good second look at them, because you've drawn 2 cards here, only 2 here, and then you've got cross on cross, which is your spiritual side. So I can't help but look at that. Yes, it's like bless them on their way. It's that's a really, really unusual reading. I haven't had one like that in a while. But they would tell me judgment, number 1. Literally give them the flick. So your path, you know your path, but keep continuing on your path. It's your road, your journey, not everybody else's. Like I said, spider is think outside the box. It can literally be a bitchy woman. Because spider is female energy, and a spider in the web, it's almost like people giving you backhanded compliments, or things saying like, what on earth would you do that for? Even though they may be a bestie or a sibling or somebody close, it's a condescending comment. So don't let anyone judge you. But that's enough from me today. I've been on here an hour, and sorry if I've missed you. If you're on YouTube, hit subscribe and you'll get notifications when I am on live. If you're in Facebook, go to the Karen page, and if you hit like on that, I think that also will let you know the notifications. This is used with dice, cards, and charms. Yes, it is a reading system in its own right. I've actually trademarked it called Curiosity. What it comes with is this. It's washable, squashable mat. They are made of spandex and they are screen printed on. And it comes with the 18 cards, which is those. And it comes with Oops. Matching 18 charms and 3 dice. And I've got it actually in a few different styles and colours. It comes in, this one I call Magic and Mystery, it's the bold blue. There is also a lovely pale gold charming one, which is if you like the softer, if you like the softer colours. I love purses, you can see I put everything in purses. So that is same symbols, same system, different colours. That one there I call Charming, which is pink, rose, green, rose, blue rose, because the colours and numbers is what we follow. All has the same symbols. There is also, there is also an Alice in Wonderland version. Which is, this is Alice. Oops, there we go. That's Alice in Wonderland, if you like Alice. And the last version is, if you like the bold and walk on the wild side, we have, when I get it up the right way, a steampunk version. So that's what we have. And they are all called Curiosity. And it's, like I said, it's a unique card divination system using cards and dice. So there you have it. But thanks for joining me tonight, guys, and have a good evening or a good day wherever you are. Bye for now.